Oh, Dory! Hello, welcome back. The next day, I'll just talk to Dory and then we'll get on to the quest. Well, then, if it isn't Dr. Squirrel and Paimon yet again, yada. La. Legend ancient Chachi. Rescue fields of petitions. Person account. Let's take a look. Let's have a look then. Uh, Trial of human nature. Betrayal, plunder. There's nothing you can do in order to understand about the brutal of never taking the money for the most terrifying animals in the world. Eh? Talk to someone at the venue. Oh, all girls there. Then I guess we'll just be starting straight into the quest log. Oh, actually. Oh, it's an old man. What does the old man have to say? Wait, can we read him? Nope, he said it's empty. Unhelped but reminiscences about the past. Talent by our genius will be successful eventually. Why do you say that? Teachers are mostly stubborn and cold and find it hard to understand the pain of others. The other people, on the other hand, often fall into self-doubt and depression. People who are not firm can only stand still, while others people who are determined but walk down the wrong path refuse to look back. There's a lot to think about here. Aww, how interesting. Now what do you have to say, sir? Empty head, empty head. This year's my favorite has to be Steiner, but Pantamat has the highest percentage of Jacobians. There's many talented people such as Cyrus, Rizika, Lisa, Dino. I remember these two are playable characters. This one was mentioned, I believe he was the teacher of Lisa. I don't quite remember this guy. Was he the guy that we were doing the commission for in that previous event? Granted, the talent, the sooner the game will lose. The most exciting competition was still 20 years ago. At that time, my friend and I also participated in the game, and I went into the on. The last one was played in the video forest. We had no one there to approach them, and no one knew what was going on in the depths of the forest. Then I heard the academia shut down the competition. Later, the International Championship removed many of the events in which people fought to the death, discouraging people from being desperate enough to do so. What is your friend like? Let me think. He's honest and kind, but he's also vulnerable and sensitive. Most of all, he cares about us. When we drink together, our time is full of laughter and cheer. It's just too bad that it's all in the past. Among the friends we drank with, some died, some disappeared. Now, some now live in seclusion. They say fate is fickle. Perhaps it's true. Looks like something. Looks like something did happen 20 years ago. I didn't request. Tell us to seek him out if you had any questions. When I have time, why don't we ask him? The guy that we talked to? Whee! On second thought, maybe I'll just make this the solo recording and then the actual event I'll do another recording. Tell me, is his head empty? It is. What's with all these empty head people? An incident from 20 years ago? Why the sudden question? Did you get any particular information? I heard that the diadem seems to have been lost 20 years ago and that some contestants' personalities have changed. You seem to know a lot about it. Because, is there something you're not telling us? Not exactly. I was 5 years old when it happened. How could I know? There are things I've never told anyone. I'm actually part of the Academia's Extravaganza planning committee because of the influence of colleague. A senior colleague and I met on a trip. He was a bit timid and would always flee and cower somewhere at the first sign of an emergency. One day, 4 years ago, I said to him, I'm gonna go back to the academia. The academia extravaganza is about to begin. And then, upon mentioning the academia extravaganza, he got started and said something about it has nothing to do with me. When I said goodbye to him, he insisted on getting a drink. After several drinks, he started talking about all sorts of nonsense. That's why I had too many. In my drunken stupor, I didn't really hear him that well. I remember that he said that he lost the diadem of knowledge for a while. He was in charge of the distribution and recovery of the diadem of knowledge, and that he nearly had a heart attack upon realizing that the diadem was missing. Fortunately, he finally found it in a tree hole. The one we saw before. He said that the diadem of knowledge is a very valuable treasure, which is recorded in many ancient books. Legend has it was built by a famous craftsman in ancient times. It carries a secret no one knows. Sachin has entrusted the academia to safeguard this diadem, after all. My senior was responsible for the diadem's disappearance. He could not afford to pay for it with his meager wealth. Even if the loss was temporary, no one should know of it, lest the academia find him guilty of gross negligence. So he covered it up? Yes, it seems he also said that many people came to inquire about it, including children. They said that the diadem has never been lost. They were so scared that when things blew over, he quit his job and left the academia. I drank too much tonight. When I woke up the next day, he was gone. The more I thought about it, the more I had a bad feeling that issues would crop up in the academia and Extravaganza trusted to someone like him. I didn't have a job at the time, so I joined the academia Extravaganza planning committee. I tried to investigate things on the inside too, but I couldn't find anything. The diadem was found, and the man whose personality was said to have changed was dead. There's nothing to be found. Still, 20 years ago is a long time. Long enough that people involved from the beginning no longer remember nor care. That's all I know. If you're curious, keep investigating. Maybe one day you'll discover the truth. It's easy for you to say. We don't have much to go on. Do you have any more information? Like where the senior colleague went? I haven't heard from him. Later, I also went to the desert to look for him. When to pass that desert, it was almost impossible to run into. To make up for it, I do have some information on Sachin. Would you like to hear it? Sure, tell us. When I was shopping, I did so with an Aramite commander. While we were chatting, he said he came into a possession of an article written by an academia researcher. He seemed to think it was something precious and refused to show it to anyone, only to let me peek at it at my request. I only caught a glimpse of it, but I saw that it was signed by Sachin. I didn't know who Sachin was, nor did I care. After joining the academia extravaganza planning committee, I found out he was an important member of the Vahumana Darshan who sponsored the event. If you're interested, you can find the Aramite commander in the desert. It's usually in the valley of Dahri. Information related to that? To Sachin? Alright, let's go take a look. Oh, it's getting longer and longer. Dear God. Oh, there he is. Intermediate. Sahib. Sahib? Sahib? Yeah, it should be Sahib. What do you want? Oh, this guy looks really fierce. How do you say your piece of leave? I have no time for you. Actually, we heard that you have Sachin's article on you, so we're wondering if you could take a look. Kidding me? No, why would you ask that? Seems that you guys really don't know. Some time ago, I had the article appraised. Turns out it was nothing more than a personal travel journal. It's of little value. He hired my father to keep it safe. That Sachin fellow who would often walk, ask, write, and mumble. Just one time his paper was blown away by the wind. He said it was no big deal. My father, however, thought that things written by intellectuals must be valuable, so he looked around for them at night with a torch. None among my family can read. My father cherished this article and then passed it on to me. I had no idea it's completely worthless. Sounds unfortunate, but do you still have it? Yes, do you want to have a look? You can look at it as much as you want. Since it's not worth anything, there's no need for me to be so stingy. When it gathering is yeah, all things are but void. This definitely sounds like something Shogun would say. Especially back then. There's wow. So this is the article that Sachin wrote? Yeah, to be honest, Paimon can't make sense of any of it. It's mostly philosophical stuff that admittedly in but probably makes a lot of sense. Judging from the crummy handwriting, Paimon can't say exactly why, but Paimon has the feeling he was going through a tough time. Most philosophers go through a bad time. Yeah, we're done with it. Thank you very much. You're welcome. It's not worth any money, but I'm gonna keep it anyway. After all, my father entrusted it to me. Come see me again if you want to take a look at it. Ta-da!